Hey there, my friend. If you're struggling with unhealed childhood trauma and you generally find yourself that your mind is constantly stuck on past emotional wounds that are repeating almost like in a perpetual cycle, well, in this video, we'll discuss about how you can heal your inner child and become the parent you have never had. But we won't speak about all the conventional tools and like all the mainstream advice you have heard. No, actually, we'll go to the depth, to the core of the topic of how you can become the parent you've never had. So, if you're looking for some unconventional advice that will make you become self sufficient in your own healing journey, then stay with me until the end of the video, and I'm sure you'll find it so tremendously valuable. That being the case, let's directly begin. I am Daniel, a relationship empowerment coach and a creator of the Soulful Relationships Experience that helps you a program, like a 4-month one-on-one program that completely helps you eradicate any toxic, codependent, and destructive relationship dynamics and surround yourself only with people who support and lift you up. And now let us contemplate again on this topic. So, what most people who work with the inner child, with healing the inner child, would tell you is that meditation helps a lot, journaling helps a lot, staying present with your feelings helps a lot. But what does the process of healing actually look like? And what is it that um, creates, that appropriates this healing in the first place? Well, this, my friend, is your awareness of being. So, if you've had destructive relationships with your father and mother growing up, if you grow up in a destructive family dynamic, I did. I know what is it. I did because I know, like, my father was emotionally and mentally abusive to my mother. Like, there were conflicts almost like on a weekly schedule, like 2 times per week. My father was drinking alcohol and like fighting with my mother, and this was going on for 3 to 4 months when he was at home, and for the other like 6 7 months he was traveling for his job, and it was repeating itself for years. So I know what is it. I've gone through that, and I've started my healing journey like 5 years ago, and ultimately I understood there is one thing that never stops working. Like, instead of talking about all the tools you can use, all the conventional tools and all the advice you have already heard of, let us talk about the core of what actually helps you heal, which, my friend, is your awareness of being. Now, what is your awareness of being? And like, who are who is the mother and the father aspects in your awareness of being? Let's go again a little deeper. In your awareness of being, which we can explain as just you being here now, present to this experience, you have two aspects of this presence awareness of your being. The first aspect is being your consciousness, your wisdom, your clarity. This is the father. The father figure is the one who gives clarity to life, the one who gives direction, who gives structure to your life, the one who is wise, and that's why he takes decisions and gives the direction in your life. So this is the example you should have taken from your father growing up. And this, again, this aspect, this father aspect of your consciousness, it's available here now as your awareness of being. And in a moment, I'll explain to you, I'll show you, illustrate actually, together we will do it, how you can enter into this state of presence awareness of being in which your father will guide you through the healing process of the inner child. But now, what is the second aspect? What is the other side, the other aspect of this presence awareness of being? It's the mother, like the symbology, the energy of the mother. And what does the mother do? It cares for the child. It is patient about it. It allows it to grow up with the speed it wants to. It is there to care for him, for the child, to nurture it. So the mother aspect of your consciousness, of your awareness of being, is the space, the patience, the loving patience in which you can accept how that child feels. and you can talk to it lovingly, with patience, with love, with care, nurturing it into surrendering itself so that it speaks up. And again, in a moment, I'll show you how that looks in practice. But the mother is not enough, because if the mother is the one that cares, that nurtures, that loves unconditionally, that is being there, that gives the space for the child to grow up healthily, well, it's like it's it's allowed to be in a complete chaos. It doesn't have any direction. It can do whatever it wants and everything is accepted. That's why we have the father figure, the father aspect of your conscious awareness, the awareness of your being. The father aspect. What is the father aspect? The father aspect, again, this is wisdom, it's consciousness, it is clarity, cognizance. I am here now. I know what is true and what is not. I know that the pain you've experienced in your childhood traumatic experiences, it belongs to the body. This is the wisdom of the father. The father knows that. The body is the one struggling. You're being here now, unidentified, unconditioned from the body, meaning that you can observe consciously what the body is going through. And I'm here for you. The mother is also here for you. I'm here to care for your feelings. So the mother aspect of consciousness is the one that invites the inner child to come up in the space of love in which it can share how it feels. The father figure, the father aspect of consciousness, is the one that directs how the child perceived that traumatic experience in the past so that it recontextualizes it. Meaning that the mother, again, it's the one being patient, the one being loving, kind, the one being nurturing. It tells the child, whenever your inner child feels triggered, the mother inside of you would tell that child, I am here for you. I know how you feel. I will stay there for you no matter what you go through. And I know you don't want to open now. Here is patience again. I know you don't want to open right now, but I just want you to know, whenever you feel ready, I will be here. I'm loving you as you are. And even if you don't want to open now, I will just remain there and wait for you and be present with your feelings. Your consciousness, the mother aspect of consciousness, is the one that's being present with the feelings in your body, which feelings belong to the inner child. And now the mother is letting know the inner child that this is safe for it to express how it feels so that it's taken care of. And this is how you become the mother that you might have never had. For me, for example, it was the father that I never had. For my, like, my relationship with my mother, she was really caring. I didn't miss that figure in my life, but I missed my father. And so because my father was like mentally and um with spoken word, what is called this word, yeah, mentally abusive, and not only mentally, emotionally abusive, not necessarily physically, but I didn't have a figure of a safe and secure man who provided for the family, the father. Now again, going back to the father, whenever the inner child feels triggered, this is again how you apply this in practice. Whenever the inner child feels triggered, the father is there to go deep into the core of that suffering and let it know, look, I'm here to discern what is true from what isn't. So I know you suffer now, but who suffers is the body, because I am here now looking after you. And I know that inside of this pain, inside of this suffering, there is hidden the wisdom behind it. So you will learn something. I'll stay there with you, like me and your mother, we will stay there with you, but you need to open. You are here to open, and you will open. It will take you some time, but you will open and you will speak up. So the father is the more bold one, the more courageous, the more direct. He's going deep into the core of that pain in your body. This is how you connect with the father aspect of your conscious awareness. And so that's how you let the child open to the mother and to the father. And when the mother and the father, which is again, they are here in your consciousness, when the mother and the father are here looking after this inner child, it doesn't have the choice to not open, because the father is here to push him into opening. The mother is here to care for it, to let it know that it's okay, to love it, to be patient, while the father is here to let to to let know the child that it doesn't have to suffer. It's okay to let go. It is loved, and the father is here to remind that to the child. The father is the one who is pushing the child into growth, into expansion, into like understanding that there is hidden wisdom, hidden in the suffering, in the pain. So the painful experiences of the past, they contain the gems of wisdom and knowledge you want to surrender to, because inside of them you understand what direction in your life you should take. Because what happens inevitably in this inner child healing work is that the pain of the past, like the painful experiences of the past, through accepting them, they become the remedy that you are now able to offer the world, which is connected to your purpose. And the father aspect of consciousness knows that. That's why he's pushing the child. You will surrender. Does this make sense, my friend? Can you see what, like, because journaling, meditation, all of this is beautiful, but the process of what makes the inner child open up and heal are the father aspect of your consciousness and the mother aspect of your consciousness. And if you can, like, when you're talking to that inner child, and the inner child is your triggered feelings, right? So whenever it feels triggered and you talk with it, connect to the father, connect to the mother, and use the father and the mother energy combined. It's like a dynamic, a dance, and talk to it the way it needs to be talked to. Sometimes you can just be really sharp with the child and it will surrender. Other times this wouldn't work, so you need to be more patient and loving and nurturing, caring, and that's why you connect with the mother. But sometimes when you've given it too much space and too much love, you go back to the wisdom, to the father consciousness, the quality, which lets know the child that I am here. You are protected. It is safe. I know you don't want to open, but you will open. It is inevitable. I, with your mother, am here, but you will open. So if it takes you 2 hours to open, let's skip that. Open now. Because I know inside this pain you're feeling, there is contained the wisdom behind it. So you learn something. It's in your benefit to open. And it's more pushing, it's more direct. Does it make sense? The two attitudes behind the father and the mother. And this, by embodying those two attitudes, speaking to your inner child, is the way you heal it, is the way you let it grow now in a healthy environment. If you've also grown up in a destructive family dynamic. And now, how you can start that process? In practice, how you can start that process, my friend, is by connecting to that presence awareness. So here is how it's done. Look me in the eyes for a moment. And now I want you to just expand your awareness, meaning that you don't look at my eyes anymore. Now you look at the one who is looking. And let your eyes become blurry. Let your vision become blurry. You don't have to necessarily see an object. So it's like your focus, instead of being objective focused on one point, now it becomes subjective. And so you're aware of the space. This is the mother. And now with the father, you can direct that awareness to the pain in your body and let it know, I am here. Speak. What is it? What are you going through? And then go back to the mother. If you don't want to speak now, I'll be here for you whenever you feel ready. You are loved. But I want you to know you're valued, you're respected, you're appreciated. So we will be there for you. Let me know what is it. Now going back to the father. What is suffering now is the body. You are not the body. That's why it's safe for you to open up. That's why it's safe to speak. It's secure. You're already in a safe environment. That's why do it now. What is it? What are you going through? It's more direct, right? So this is how you start the process, my friend. Now going back from the state of presence awareness to the state we currently embody. This is what you want to try when you're working with your inner child. And you can do that on a daily basis. Like every night, for example, when you go to bed, and notice how your body feels. And by noticing how your body feels, speak with it, speak with the feeling. Because the inner child, ultimately, it's contained within the feelings in your body. And by connecting to the father aspect, conscious awareness, wisdom, clarity, cognizance, understanding that I am not the body, I am the awareness of the body. And the body grows, it changes, but I am always here, changeless. And the mother, the caring, loving space that is unconditional love itself, it's patience, it's nurturing, it's absolute acceptance. No need for anything to be anything other than what it is. So these are the two aspects, again, of your consciousness, my friend. And when you connect with both of those two aspects, inner child healing and becoming the parent you've never had becomes effortless. Now, if you need help with that process, and if you find your relationship dynamics not working out the way you want them to, so if you find yourself into codependent, toxic, manipulative, like power struggle relationship dynamics, and if you're absolutely tired of that, then my friend, I highly encourage you to check out the free training you'll find below, in which you understand what are the three phases you'll pass through until you surround yourself with only conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships, with only people who support and lift you up. It's a three-phase journey that I've discovered by working with more than 50 people individually. They all pass through those three phases. And these three phases are the healing journey. On the last phase, it reaches the phase of its completion. So if this is something that it's important right now in your life, check out the free training below. And then if it resonates with you, you can schedule a free discovery call, a discovery session, in which we can create a personalized strategy on how we can apply this three-phase process specifically in your life. That being the case, my friend, I want to thank you so much for watching, for staying with me until the end of the video. I trust you found it to be helpful. If this is the case, like it, comment down below, subscribe to the Soulful Relationships channel if you're new to it, and like if experiencing the most uplifting and conscious relationships and meaningful relationships is a vision you have in your life, subscribe to the channel, because all the content I produce here will help you with that. And I would love to see you around in the next videos. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you, my friend. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.